Trent McDuffie was just traded away from the Chiefs. Days later, the Rams gave him a record-breaking $124 million contract. But the shocking part is what the Rams gave up to get him, and it shows just how desperate they are to win right now. Just days after being traded away from the Kansas City Chiefs, Trent McDuffie signed a massive 4-year contract extension worth $124 million with the Los Angeles Rams on March 8th. The deal immediately made him the highest-paid cornerback in NFL history. For the Rams, this was not just another signing, it was a declaration of intent. The message from the Rams front office was clear. The team is going all in. To understand why this move matters so much, it helps to understand who Trent McDuffie is and why his value has skyrocketed across the league. McDuffie entered the NFL as one of the most technically polished defensive backs in his draft class. Known for his elite footwork, quick reactions, and exceptional coverage instincts, he quickly developed a reputation as one of the smartest young corners in football. Cornerback is one of the most demanding positions in the sport. These players are asked to shadow the fastest and most talented wide receivers on the field. One mistake can lead to a huge gain or a touchdown. To succeed at the position requires not only speed and athletic ability, but also anticipation and discipline. From early in his career, McDuffie showed that he had all of those traits. With Kansas City, he became an important piece of a championship-level defense. Coaches praised his versatility. He could cover receivers in man coverage, read quarterbacks in zone defense, and contribute in run support. His ability to diagnose plays before they fully developed made him incredibly valuable. Opposing quarterbacks quickly learned that throwing toward McDuffie was rarely a good idea. But in the NFL, talent alone does not determine a player's future. Timing, opportunity, and team strategy often shape the biggest moves in the league. That is where the Los Angeles Rams entered the story. Over the past several years, the Rams have built a reputation for doing things differently than many other teams. While some franchises focus heavily on building through the draft, the Rams have often preferred a more aggressive approach. General manager Les Snead has become famous across the league for one particular philosophy. He does not treat draft picks as untouchable assets. Instead, he views them as tools that can be traded to acquire proven talent. This mindset has led to one of the most memorable quotes in modern NFL management. Snead once joked that he hates draft picks. Of course, the comment was partly humorous, but the strategy behind it has been very real. The Rams have repeatedly traded valuable picks in order to bring established stars onto the roster. The most famous example came when the team acquired quarterback Matthew Stafford. That trade helped deliver a Super Bowl championship to Los Angeles. Now, years later, the Rams appear to be following a similar blueprint once again. The acquisition of Trent McDuffie fits perfectly into that aggressive philosophy. In order to bring him to Los Angeles, the Rams gave up their 2026 first-round pick, which is projected to be the 29th overall selection. For many teams, giving away a first-round pick would be a difficult decision. Draft picks are often seen as the foundation for future success, but the Rams have never been afraid to sacrifice future assets in order to strengthen the present. For them, McDuffie was worth the price. Once the trade was completed, the next step happened almost immediately. The Rams moved quickly to secure McDuffie's long-term future with the team. The result was a historic contract. The 4-year extension worth $124 million instantly reset the market for cornerbacks across the NFL. Contracts at the position have been steadily rising in recent years as teams recognize the importance of elite pass coverage in a league dominated by explosive offenses. But McDuffie's deal pushed that value to a new level. Becoming the highest-paid cornerback in NFL history is not just a financial milestone, it reflects the belief that McDuffie can anchor the Rams' defense for years to come. And for Los Angeles, that defensive stability could not come at a more important time. The Rams are currently navigating a critical period in their competitive window. Quarterback Matthew Stafford remains one of the most respected veterans in the league. His experience, arm strength, and leadership have been central to the team's success. However, Stafford is also entering the later stages of his career. In professional football, time moves quickly. Windows of championship contention can open and close in just a few seasons. The Rams understand that reality. With Stafford still capable of leading a high-powered offense, the organization sees an opportunity to compete at the highest level right now. But to make that push, The team needs a defense capable of slowing down the league's most dangerous passing attacks. That is where McDuffie becomes so valuable. Modern NFL offenses rely heavily on elite wide receivers and sophisticated passing schemes. Defenses must have cornerbacks who can match that level of talent and complexity. A single shutdown corner can change the way opposing teams design their game plans. When a defender consistently takes away one side of the field, quarterbacks are forced to adjust their reads. Offensive coordinators must rethink their play designs. The entire rhythm of an offense can be disrupted. McDuffie has shown the ability to create exactly that type of impact. His coverage skills allow defensive coordinators to be more aggressive with blitz packages and defensive formations. When a team trusts its cornerbacks, it can apply pressure on the quarterback with greater confidence. For the Rams, that flexibility could become one of the defining advantages of the upcoming seasons. There is also another layer to this decision. Beyond the technical aspects of football, major contracts also shape the culture inside a locker room. When a team invests heavily in a player, it signals trust and leadership expectations. McDuffie will not simply be another defensive starter. He will be one of the central figures in the Rams' defensive identity. Younger players will look to him as a standard for preparation and performance. Veteran teammates will expect him to deliver in the biggest moments. These expectations are part of what comes with being the highest-paid player at a position. The pressure is enormous, but throughout his career, McDuffie has consistently shown the composure needed to handle that responsibility. Coaches and teammates frequently praise his football intelligence. Film study is one of the areas where he separates himself from many other players. By carefully studying opponents, he often recognizes patterns in offensive formations and route combinations. That preparation allows him to react faster once the ball is snapped. In a sport where fractions of a second determine success or failure, that kind of anticipation can make all the difference. The Rams believe those qualities will translate directly into defensive success. Of course, bold strategies always come with risks. Trading away a first-round pick means giving up a chance to add young talent through the draft. If injuries occur or performance declines, teams can sometimes regret sacrificing those future opportunities. Critics of the Rams' approach often point to this concern, but Los Angeles has repeatedly demonstrated a willingness to accept that risk. The organization prioritizes proven production over potential. In the case of Trent McDuffie, the Rams clearly believe they are acquiring a player who is already among the best in the league at his position. If that belief proves correct, the move could significantly strengthen the team's championship hopes. The timing of the trade also reflects how quickly the NFL landscape can change. In today's league, defensive schemes must constantly evolve to keep up with increasingly creative offenses. Teams that hesitate to upgrade their rosters often fall behind competitors who move more aggressively. The Rams have chosen to remain on the aggressive side of that equation. Adding McDuffie gives them a defender capable of matching up against the elite receivers that dominate the modern NFL. Players like these are rare, and when they become available, teams with championship ambitions often act quickly. For Rams fans, the excitement surrounding this move is easy to understand. A historic contract, a proven defensive star, and a clear commitment to winning now all combine to create a powerful narrative. The organization is not waiting for the future. It is trying to win today. Whether this strategy ultimately leads to another championship will depend on many factors. Health, chemistry, and performance under pressure all play major roles in determining the outcome of an NFL season. But one thing is already clear. The arrival of Trent McDuffie has reshaped the Rams' defense before he has even played a single snap in Los Angeles.